see you there.
AwesomeEpicGuys presents Super Mega Ultra Hyper 1000 Subscriber Special.
Oh, hello! I'd like to thank you guys for subscribing to our channel. And this time we're doing something special to celebrate the event. So stay tuned, later in this video we will introduce some behind the scenes to some of our most popular YouTube videos and a contest for your chance to win some premium content. We would like to start off this episode by answering some commonly asked questions around our channel. We would like to start off by talking a little bit about our M3Lee video that we made a while back.
This is the M3Lee.
Yeah. In the beginning of the video, you'll see the M3Lee making a hardcore slide around a corner. Hardcore drift, I would say. Hardcore drift. Slides, whatever, around the corner on Fisherman's Bay. And some of you have been asking, how the hell did we do that? Well, to be honest, we don't know. The end. Okay. Sorry about that. It was actually quite tricky. Yeah, it took us like at least 20 tries to do it. And that's not an overstatement. Yes. And how we did it? I think we have answered in the comment section, but to make it perfectly clear, perhaps you didn't even, think about it the first time. But there is we used a bat chat in a training room simply. Yeah. And so we started up in the middle of the map in this village thingy, and the bat chat were simply driving behind the M3Lee, pushing it, making it do something like 60 kilometers per hour going downhill. Yeah. And you're probably thinking, well, that can't be that hard. Well, the thing is, if you turn the M3Lee at 60 kilometers per hour downhill around that corner, it doesn't get this slide drift effect. It would just make a slow turn and dive into the water. It would just look like a regular turn, but more silly. And this is where the tricky part comes in. Yeah, we have to push the back track, the back rear, the drive wheel. Yeah, exactly, the rear track, the drive wheel, whatever, of the M3Lee, and it has to be done at exactly the right moment. Yeah. We're not kidding when we're telling you we tried this 20 times before we got it right. And even the final result was not perfect. That is why you see in the video that the M3Lee, well, the clip of the M3Lee is very zoomed in. The tank covers like 80% of the screen. Yeah. And that is because the bat chat was the barrel of the gun of the bat chat coming behind it was showing something like a couple of pixels, but it was still enough. We wanted the entire corner of the building to show originally, but we had to cut it out because of that. Yes, but it still looks pretty good. But it could have looked even better. But after 2 hours of making one scene, you sort of get tired of it, and we just thought, well, that's good enough. Yeah. Well, the second thing we'd like to talk about in this is the M3Lee video is the jump that the M3Lee makes in the end of the video, where he bravely resets the cap circle with a magnificent jump. Yes, destroying the Hellcat in one shot. We can also spoil for you that the M3Lee didn't actually hit the Hellcat. No, actually. It was the camera tank, I believe. Yeah, I think so. We just fired at the exact same time. Yeah. As the M3Lee fired. And you probably will be looking at this video showing up right now and thinking, there's no way M3Lee could be moving that quickly. Well, it can't, not by itself. It's because it's been pushed by 3 tanks actually behind the M3Lee. But you can't see it! It's actually being pushed by a Batchat, Hellcat and an Aufklärungspanzerpanther. Yes, at the same time. I don't remember exactly how fast it was going, but it was something like 65 kilometers per hour. Probably. So
the clip we're showing isn't fast forward. It's actually in regular speed.
It's real time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And the jump, everything is real.
Yeah.
Actually.
Except for one minor detail. We have actually put in a piece of texture on the mountain. Because originally the Hellcat that pushed the M3, the Hellcat's gun barrel would actually pop out behind of the mountain in the clip.
So a similar problem to the previous one, where the Batchat's barrel was showing around the corner.
Yeah.
So just as the M3 jumped, you saw this barrel showing up right behind it for like half a second.
Yeah, and we're like, oh, we cannot have it there. It's too noticeable.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't much, it was only a couple of pixels, but it was, you know, smack in the middle of the screen.
You could see the movement so clearly.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We had to cover it up somehow.
Yes. So this was actually the first time, basically, we used such an advanced software as Adobe After Effects, where we basically copied the texture of the ground and sort of pasted it over the barrel. And I don't think it's possible to notice where it is. I don't know, actually.
No.
It's impossible to make out where it is. And now we would like to talk slightly about the
KV2 video that we made a time ago.
Feels like an age ago.
Yeah, like a century ago.
Yeah. And we simply, what might be obvious, we want to talk about the introducing scene where the KV2
one-shot free KV1Ss.
Well, today also known as KV85s.
Yeah.
Well, it is the old KV1S. You all probably remember it because everyone had one.
Yeah, everyone hated it as well.
Yeah, except when they drove one.
Yeah.
Well, we first like to make a statement that that scene alone, I'm not kidding you, 2-3 hours.
2 hours.
We were. The problem was we didn't want to fake it. You know, we didn't want to set up 2 tanks at the flanks and one at the front and just shoot at the same time. It was.
We wanted the KV2 to actually do.
Yeah. So it's actually not fake. The KV2 kills all 3 of them at the same time with the same shot. There's no cheating there.
The thing is that the KV1SS, it has such low health that the splash damage from the HE shell that KV2 fires splashes all of them, in one shell basically.
And that was the tricky part, because they couldn't have more than something like 5 health each. And imagine you have one chance in one replay where you have 3 tanks that all together need to have 5 health.
Yeah, and we have to. We weren't so many people as well, so I think we were pressing the W button. We had to do it simultaneously, so it looked like synchronized. So
we can also mention that in that scene where all these KV1Ss, well, just to get them all started right next to each other was like the next part. We barely could do it. I think we tried maybe 3 or 4 times where the KV2 fired and only killed 2 of them.
Yeah.
But when we finally got it, you know, they all have to move exactly at the same time. And how did we do it? I called my mother. I'm not joking. I called my mother.
We were 1 man short, so we called Walker's mom.
Yes. And she was like, I don't play video games.
And we were like, you just have to press 1 button.
It was the MX-12T with high explosive who damaged the KV1Ss down to something like 5 health. That was the first part. And then we need them to be standing on that road to make them drive straight in a straight line.
And they couldn't be too far away from each other, because then the splash wouldn't hit them all.
Yes, and then we had them to start at the same time, which we finally made them doing, pretty much.
Yeah.
And the first attempt, where we killed all 3 of them, we were like, yay, we got it!
But then we forgot the camera tank.
We forgot to have a freaking camera tank. That's for how long we had it going on. So we weren't able to record it. We're not gonna go into details, that's just too much.
Yeah, so we have to do it 2 times, basically.
Yeah, but when we finally did it, and we could also mention that one computer, one laptop, had a detonator. It was the KV2 was pre-aimed.
A remote keyboard we had actually.
Yes, So one of the guys driving the KB1S was also having a wireless keyboard, a tiny one, in his other hand. So and the KB2 was pre-aimed. And then he fired at the exact right moment to hit all three of them.
So it was kind of epic.
It was amazing when we finally got it done. But you know, it was real. That was, well...
That was
such a thing was never going to happen in a random battle, but you know, there was no cheating when it comes to, you know, we didn't just edit it or made it look like it happened. That was real. Yeah. The KB2 killed all three of them in one hit.
Yeah.
Well, that was quite awesome, wasn't it?
Yeah, I guess it was kind of awesome.
Yes.
And now we would like to show you some behind-the-scenes footage, actually. A little sneak peek of how it looks like behind the computer screen.
So Swatch, whenever we make up a new video, how do we do it? How does the process look like? How fast does it go?
Well, first we need a tank to make a video about. In some of them we have done a...
more or less a script.
Yeah, like a comic strip of a script.
So we basically make each scene one tiny picture with some text.
Yeah.
So just to make us, you know, remember basically. Just like you make any movie, pretty much. But very, very simple. Or if we don't do that, we usually have the video in our heads.
Yeah. Basically.
And it's quite tricky to get a video inside your head on the screen. It's very tricky.
Yeah, so it's good to have pen and paper sometimes.
Yes.
And then, well, we use a screen recording software called Fraps.
It's like the one everyone uses.
Yeah, and then we basically record the replays in full screen.
With full graphics, everything.
Yeah,
and make sure the video looks good. Because not every time it does.
And then we put the recorded replays into Sony Vegas.
Yes.
And
then we change the format.
Yeah.
Because if you have used Fraps yourself, you probably know that the file sizes are epic.
Epically huge.
Yeah. I mean, I can use up half my hard drive of one night of recording. It depends how much everything moves in the game and so, but if you're recording, well, let's say all everything we recorded in This Is the ELC video, that could have been resulted in something like over 100 gigabytes of Fraps, and that's not many minutes of recorded.
And then when we have rendered everything, we put it together basically and start
a new project.
Yeah, and cutting things away that is too much and...
Basic editing, pretty much.
Editing.
So what most people would think as the major part of making the video,
it's actually like the minor part.
Yeah, it's like the ending phase.
Yeah.
It's like we're almost done, or everything we need to do is to put everything together.
Yeah.
That usually takes something like 3-4 hours, perhaps.
Yeah. But then, when the clip is done, the biggest step comes, and that is finding the music.
That is the major problem of each and every video, because we don't want to use copyrighted music, and if we do, we don't want to use too much of it because we don't want YouTube blocking it.
It has happened once actually, but it came back eventually actually.
This is if you were subscribed at that time when we made This Is a Churchill Gun Carrier. We used this The Good, Bad and the Ugly
theme from.
Yeah, it's like one of the most common songs out there. Yeah. And we thought, well, we're gonna use like 15 seconds of it. Probably it's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
And well, it kind of was. Until I was checking on my iPad and we couldn't watch the video on any sort of tablets.
Or phone.
Or well, phones, tablets, whatever. We could only watch it on a regular desktop computer.
Yeah.
And that kind of like, and we really noticed the view count. They just didn't come, Yeah. In like a month we had like 500 views and many comments said, I can't watch this because it says this video is not available in your country because of copyright issues.
But then, not a long time ago, it came back to tablets for some reason.
Some reason we cannot explain, and the views have actually gone up quite a lot since that happened. We don't know why though, but perhaps YouTube said, well, just this once. And now to the most epic part of this episode.
The contest of finding the AMX40.
Yes.
You might remember this is the T95 video that we have made earlier.
The second video in our This is the Tank series.
Yeah. What you might not remember is that an AMX40 is hiding it somewhere.
Yes.
So we would like to make a little contest about that. Find the AMX40 that is hiding in the This is the T95 video.
Yes. If you find it, you have to write us by email. Yeah, I think email is the best way.
We will write it somewhere around here,
it's,
or in the description.
In the description on the video here, we can just announce it's, if you can spell our name, but it's contact AwesomeEpicGuys at gmail.com.
Yeah.
We will link it in the description, we'll show it on the screen, so you won't miss it.
Yeah, so basically, if you can find the AMX40 in the This is the T95 video.
We want to know what time of the video and where, basically. Where's very specific where it is. You can't just, oh, it might be over there, you know. You need to know exactly where it is.
Time and place.
Yep. Well described.
And then add your World of Tanks nickname in the mail as well, so we can...
With your region as well, obviously. We need to know where to send the price, basically.
Yeah. And what price are we giving away exactly?
We're planning on giving away... It's hard to say exactly, because all the gift shops in the different regions are different, basically. But we're planning to give out an equal amount of premium stuff, equal for, what does it make? 10 euros, basically.
Yeah.
Which equals to about 2,500 to 3,000 gold.
Yeah.
That's basically what we're giving out here. So all you need to do, find the AMX40 in This is the T95 video, tell us where it is, when and where it is, basically, your username and your region. Even if it isn't, if you want to give it to someone else, just write somebody else's name. You know, the name you send us will be, you know, the account we'll send it to, basically. So go find the AMX40.
Yeah, and don't forget to stay tuned for more awesome epic content.
Yes.
And that was all for now. Goodbye.